if you know you are allergic to the truth, I think this is your call to switch off, because I'm about to speak certain truths that it's just going to hit you raw and hard. Someone once said, you've got to put up or shut up. And when he said this in the context of when you're working for an establishment and you're not happy with the way management treats you, with the way the company treats you, you either have to fall in line to the way they treat you, put up with it, or you step out and go do something else for yourself. Go set up your own company. Now, a lot of us out there, we are not happy with the way the senior management team in the different companies we work with run the show. We feel like we're not considered, we're not treated the way we want to be treated. But we tend to forget that in most cases, these companies were not set up with you in mind. I'll give you an example. I woke up this morning. Usually I like starting my day by watching the news to understand what's happening all over the world. And when I switched on my TV to catch up on the news, the first thing I saw was Twitter. Elon Musk sacks more than half of his staffs. Very sad. And for everyone who's affected, I feel for you, because I've been in that position in the past. I've been there, so I understand what you're going through right now. And I feel for you. But I want you to remember that it's not about what life throws your way. It's about what you do with what happens to you. Now, but here's the fact of the matter. Elon Musk did not invest $44 billion into a company or into the social media platform called Twitter just because he was considering you or he was considering whoever was employed. He invested $44 billion because he wanted to make profit. He wanted to make money. And in his mind, his strategy is what you're just saying, unveil. Now, but the problem is, a lot of us put ourselves in situations where one man's decision completely turns our life into a roller coaster. I saw in the news this evening that over a quarter of working adults in the UK has less than £100 savings in their account. I'm like, that's disaster in the making. How can you be a working class adult and have less than £100 savings in your account? Now, I very well understand that things are tough. I very well understand that you've got to keep living life. But the problem with that is that you're exposing yourself to be at the mercy of someone else. You see, the challenge is you cannot afford to continue to spend your paycheck at the end of every month as though you have difficulty understanding the concept of investment, the concept of savings. There is no one out there who saved some huge amount of money or even saved the smallest amount of money that did not make sacrifice. It takes sacrifice to save. And I promise you, everyone who's got savings in their account has got savings because they made sacrifice. It is tough, but life is all about sacrifice. It's all about being disciplined, staying committed to your commitment. None of us in life achieve what we achieved in life by being uncommitted, by being undisciplined, by not making sacrifice. No, it's not possible. It's all about sacrifice. You, at some point, have got to take responsibility for your life. You are the director of your life. You're in charge. And of course, you may have to mortgage certain things about your life at the start, but you've got to have an end game to say, okay, I am going to work. I'm starting from nothing, but every month I'm going to commit myself to saving X percentage because I want to be financially free. You've got to take some responsibility. That's life. You have got to take some responsibility of your life because you owe you. You see, this same thing we're talking about here, you know, when I talk about things like this, most people think it's just about, okay, finance, work, all of that. But you know, this same thing applies to relationship. We've got so many people who are moving from one relationship to the other because of their inability to take responsibility for their life. They think that someone else is responsible for making them happy. Someone else is responsible for looking after them. Someone else is responsible to making sure they are okay. Nobody owes you that. Here's the blunt truth. If you wake up in the morning, that person who's dating you or in a relationship with you sends you a text message, it's a giving. Take it and be appreciative. It's not their responsibility to do that. If they call you in the morning, be grateful for it. And if you doubt me, let me break this down for you. We have seen people in relationship wake up and like, oh, he no longer used to text me or she no longer used to communicate with me like she used to do. Of course. At the beginning of that relationship, they were protecting their interests, going after that which they want. Now they have you. They have a different priority. You're no longer a priority. So when they wake up in the morning, you're not the first thing that comes to their head. But don't get me wrong, we have some very lovely people out there who still think about their partner the first thing when they wake up. And this is an amazing quality. If you can do it, then I encourage you to do it because it is just lovely to do. But the reality is, life throws a lot of curveball, a lot of challenges our way. Now, in most cases, it's unrealistic. Stop thinking somebody out there is responsible for your well-being, is responsible for your happiness, responsible for your future. No! No! When you wake up in the morning and you look at your bank account, it is not as robust as you want it. Take some responsibility. Because only you can fix it. If you get an extra from somewhere else, great, appreciate it. Be thankful. But don't think it is your right. Do not think that it is your entitlement. You are entitled to nothing. It's the word we've come to find ourselves. That's the honest truth. It's the honest truth. If you are allergic to truth, then you wouldn't like this message. But if you're really invested in you and you're thinking about how to improve your life to the next level, here it is. Take some responsibility for your life. Stop spending your paycheck as though you have no understanding of the concept of investment. And even if you don't understand the concept of investment, save some money. It's that simple. The concept of savings is simple. All you need to do is when you get paid, you don't blow it all. You put aside some of your income. You just don't blow it all. That is the concept of savings. The concept of having a good relationship is reducing the amount of expectation you have on the other person. A lot of people out there go all out to set some unrealistic expectation that even them cannot fulfill for themselves. And then you put it on someone else. This is the honest truth. It's up to you what you do with it. You want to improve your life? Here it is. These are the things you can do. But if you want to continue in the life you're living, great if it's working for you. If it's working for you, why change it? Go on. Until we speak again.